Welcome to Cardano over coffee. Please remember to join us live on Twitter Spaces Monday through Friday, 1:30 p.m. UTC, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Remember to like and subscribe to our YouTube, download our podcast on all major platforms. Today's guest is Hokusai Universe, a blockchain project inspired by one of Japan's greatest artists. Don't forget, we'll be in Denver, Colorado, August 24th through the 26th at Rare Evo. Get your tickets now at rareevo.io. Use discount code COC10 for 10% off. Don't forget to try Cardano over coffee, found on our link tree. And thanks for listening. Let's get right to it.
Perfect.
Connecting.
Let me see if I remember this, because we had a little training on how to say the name during the top of the
Hokusai.
hour. Hokusai.
Hokusai.
From your
Okay.
Hokusai.
Oh, Hokusai.
That's great, guys. Good morning.
Please correct us. I say Hokusai.
No, that's cool. That's cool. It's just the H at the beginning. Hokusai.
It's Hokusai.
Yeah,
okay.
Hokusai.
So,
That's good.
right.
Jenny had it.
There you
Damn
go.
it, Jenny, I owe you something. I'm not sure what, but you had it right. Okay, got it.
Good morning, guys. Thanks for having us.
Good morning, Hokusai.
welcome. Thanks for being here. Take it away, Newt.
Oh, I was just saying good morning and welcome, Hokusai University. Very lovely to have you here on this amazing Friday in our Cardano ecosystem. So really excited to have you join the chat. Give us some background and updates about your specific project. And excited for the conversation, no doubt.
Thanks a lot. So you got right, Hokusai, but it's Hokusai Universe, not university, but it's cool because it kind of is. So Hokusai is basically a multi-phase, multi-layer project. It's 100% authentic Japanese inspired, and the goal is to bring real Japanese artists into the game. And, when I say artists, I mean graphic artists, but also musicians, performers, and so on, right? And we already have a list of many that will come after what we're working on right now. So we're kind of creating like a hub for them to enter the space. And we set the bar pretty high. That's why we're starting with a collection designed by Sakakura Katsumi and Takashi Okazaki. And Takashi Okazaki, I think we all know for his work on Afro Samurai, Batman Ninja, and other top manga and anime products. On the other side, we have Sakakura for our first collection, and he's kind of a character. He's a choreographer, artist, martial artist, and he went from martial art to then developing like a dance style that incorporates Japanese traditional elements mixed with hip hop. He then mixed that into like 3D projected elements and assets. He's like very, very creative guy. And he inspired, among others, Beyonce. He performed in world tours, Olympics, different shows, and so on. And basically, these two artists together, Okazaki and Sakakura, designed our very first collection. And I don't know if I should go a little bit into who is Hokusai to begin with. I'm sorry. I took it the other way around. But Hokusai is basically the most known Japanese artist in the world. And his work is the most searched basically in the internet. Everybody has seen the famous wave of Kanagawa, for example, like like the views of the Mount Fuji. All those are like unique symbols of the Japanese culture. And Hokusai was, believe it or not, the first creator of manga, right? What we know as modern manga. And his art and his character inspired us and our team and Sakakura and the show producer, because all of these things is connected to the first collection that is connected with a live show, a live theater show that is called Life of Hokusai, that is being booked right now, all over the world. And, the idea is to connect all these pieces for people with our first collection that is basically a legacy pass. And the legacy pass will give you access to, yes, the first collection, yes, the first utilities, but also all the future things in Hokusai Universe. Sorry, it was a long introduction.
That was a great introduction. Thank you very much. So if you can double click on the we and the team, like who's the team? And then what did you guys do before Cardano? or girls, guys and girls?
Absolutely. Well, my name is Ricardo. Sorry about that. Didn't introduce myself. I'm CEO of Mirai Music. Mirai Music is a music production company. You guys probably know our work with the Danketsu team. We created the music for them. Same thing with Walls of Rome, Cardano-based, card game, and so on. And the team is myself, the Danketsu team, so Tommy, Sushan, Vivid, Michael as well. But on the other side, we have all the Japanese team. The Japanese team, Erika Mizuho, in this case, Sakakura, Takashi Okazaki, and the producer. I can say the name yet. But that side is not blockchain related, but they've been working in the industry of animation, manga, live shows for many years, and basically our goal is to bring them into the game and all their network and connection of artists, musicians, performers, and so on.
Neat. And where are you in the life cycle of this project? When I just search Hokusai Universe Cardano, pretty much anything that comes up is the Twitter. Like, I don't see a website. So where are you?
Yeah.
Where are you in the timeline?
Yeah. So right now we have our first collection ready. The website is ready to be launched. And we are booking the theater show all around the world. And we're actually into developing our second collection already. So basically we are ready to go, and we are thinking about 4 or 6 weeks before we drop our legacy pass. And from that point, we have a roadmap of, a year and a half ahead. So more or less, that's where we are at right now.
Neat. So you're almost ready to go. You're going to drop a website. So when the website drops, that's when do you have all of the mint details and all of that stuff yet, or is that still being figured out?
We are still figuring out the date exactly. But what I can say is that we're building this entire thing as a universe, so that legacy pass gives you access to the back of our website, and each and every artist that we bring in is going to get a specific collection and specific utilities attached. So imagine you enter the website and there's the first collection is Takashi Okazaki and Sakakura. You get those utilities, but then if you get this first collection, the legacy pass, you get, for example, whitelisted for the second collection, and so on. And the more the universe grows, the more access you get to different top artists and live events, for example, like streaming of certain concerts behind the scenes, and of course amazing art, because all these artists that we're bringing in are Okazaki level or above.
So what kind of universe is this? Universe is one of those big words that can mean a lot of different things. Like can you say more?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or maybe even less, right? Like
yeah.
Can you help us scope our imagination of the universe?
Yeah, I agree with you. Universe, it probably is the biggest word ever. So the idea is kind of romantic in a way where we were inspired by Hokusai as an artist, because he created basically visuals and feel for what Japanese culture is, right? And it's beautiful, the fact that he did that through art, and that was it. And what we're trying to do is basically give back that feel of Japanese art from the past, but mixed with present, and nowadays, and create that universe around that feel. Because I think there's a lot of fascination in general with Japanese art in general. I lived there many years. I was there 6 years. And there are so many layers of things and that we can discover together. So in that sense, it's a universe where basically you walk in, you see the first collection, you experience that, and then you're like, oh, wait a second, there's also this musician doing this, and this is the world tour of this musician, and I can get access to that and feel that, and then I go into this and into that. And the beautiful thing is that that's why Hokusai has to be part of that, because we don't want just to tell you stories and discover things about nowadays, but also connecting that to Japanese culture in general, right? So the past and so on. I don't know if that was a good of a reply to your question.
Well, that moved the needle a little bit. If we can push it some more.
Yes.
So is this layers of experiences? Is it supposed to be like media based, mixed media, film, music, art, all of the above, physical merchandise, a video game, like what are we talking about here?
Yeah. I like you're pushing me, brother. So I can tell you as much as I can. Now that they gave me many notes about this, and part of it is that the Japanese side, and I love that they're very precise on what we can say and can't say. I think that this is just a Twitter space when we can just share things. So I'll just do it, and then I'll face the consequences if I need to. So it's media based, right? Where most of the assets you get access to are present in our website. So we're talking about, for example, access to streaming of live shows, right? Can be the theater show for the first collection, can be a concert, and things like that. You get access to that through your legacy pass or your specific NFT. That's layer one. We are layering other things on that. So, for example, on the music side, there are many aspects, and we know, for example, what Project Neum is doing and things like that. But also, the other side is non-media based, is reality based, where all these events are in real life. So if you get the chance, and I know there's a conversation going right now where, projects are giving real life event sort of utilities, and some people are complaining about that. And I think it's fair, because maybe you can't fly to Tokyo or Milan, Paris, Berlin, whatever that is. But we want to do both. So you get access to the streaming and behind the scenes, like very cool experience that can be a dialogue with the artist involved, and access to him or her. But on the other side, you also get tickets to the real events. So if you happen to be in a city close to where the show is happening, you can get access to that as well.
Super cool. Let's a little bit more about the team and the company and stuff like that. Are you guys trying to build a business, and in which jurisdiction have you done all of that stuff? Or are you just trying to do something else, not necessarily a business?
Yeah, it's 100%. That's the goal. And I think it's what we're building, because again, the producer of the show is a businessman. He's a Japanese businessman. And to just give you a little bit of background, the guy worked for very big companies like Nintendo, for example, and is dealing with big animes like Naruto or Bleach, One Piece, and so on. And on top of that, he owns original pieces by the painter Hokusai, right? So he has original woodblocks, original paintings, and so on. And for example, part of there's going to be an exhibit in Italy in a couple of days, I think. It's going to start. A lot of paintings inside that exhibit, Hokusai paintings, belong to this producer. So 100% is a business, what we're creating. So with all his network, we're bringing top artists into the space, and we want...
Oh no, come back.
Oh,
What
I thought
happened?
it was me. I
Me too.
was like,
I'm like,
I was gonna do the Jenny
I
Shuffle.
thought it was me.
I'm like, did the space just shut
Hokusai,
down?
come
What
back,
happened?
please.
Shout out to Jarhead.
You have disappeared.
It sounded like
A lot of
a battery dying on the phone usually is kind of similar to that. I don't know if Hokusai, if you're still in here, but maybe drop down, come back, reconnect, and we'll finish off our conversation.
You're probably going to have to remove them manually from the speaker rule.
Yeah, that's true.
Did it.
Yeah, this is giving me deja vu and like a little bit of anxiety. I forget the author name, whether it's a Japanese author. I've read like 3 of his books now, and he likes to kill characters with zero warning. Like he makes you like them, and then it just vanishes. Oh, you're back. Can you hear us?
Yes. Can you hear me, guys?
Whew.
Got it.
Yes.
All right. I don't know where where did I cut?
So I was just wondering if you've established the company yet, what jurisdiction and stuff like that.
Okay. So yeah, you got all the introduction about the producer and everything else, right? Okay. Yeah. So the company exists already. It's based in Japan, and it's a legit company that is dealing with live shows and everything else, called Nyoku, and is basically a side company where all the Japanese side of the project is connected, and we are part of that as well.
Neat.
Yeah.
Who's the artist for this upcoming collection? The Legacy.
Yeah, so it's a collaboration between 2 artists. One is Takashi Okazaki, is the guy that worked on Afro Samurai, Batman Ninja, and so on. Is a top manga anime artist. And the other side is Sakakura, that is that choreographer, martial artist that worked with Beyonce, is performing with many different shows, and he created this art style that is basically dance mixed with 3D projected images and so on. And their collaboration, is this Legacy Pass. That is a beautiful piece because there's work of Sakakura on Hokusai work, so like the Great Wave, plus a very, very super cool design version of Hokusai in a ninja anime style. So it's a beautiful piece. I think you guys probably saw the Takashi work, so like Hokusai that is jumping like ninja style and so on. But we'll reveal the NFT in the next probably, I don't know, week or a couple of weeks.
Ooh, so would it be a PFP or a banner thing or something different?
I wouldn't consider that like a PFP. It's gonna be more like a vertical banner, if that makes sense. It's kind of like a ticket, like the shape of it. Yeah, because it's a ticket entrance to an experience, basically. Yeah.
Great, sweet. Any other question? Anybody coming up? We got another 5 minutes.
How's your experience in Cardano been so far?
Wow, that's a nice question. I think I'm always honest about this. Like when I entered, was like a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years. As I said, I have a music production company, so I had a meeting with the Danketsu team, and they needed music, and they told me, "Oh, we are in the NFT business, Cardano," and I was like, "Oh, sure." I didn't know anything about that, so I said, "Okay." But then, they were very nice, and they taught me a lot of things, and I started being more involved into Cardano, different projects, also Rome, and now we are working with other, Cardano projects. And I think I really love the community in Cardano. And I know it's a tough time right now. We are in the bear market, and it's not the most beautiful thing for us. But at the same time, I think what I'm feeling right now, I don't know about you, is that projects are taking more responsibility, because when the money are low, then you really need to work on your roadmap. You really need to work on your vision, and you stop expecting other people to do things for you. But you just do things yourself. And I think this is a beautiful time, to be honest with you, in Cardano. So I have, mixed feelings about the market. I had mixed feelings about, different parties in Cardano. But now I think really we are taking responsibilities for our projects. We are expanding. We are bringing people in. So I'm pretty happy, I would say.
Awesome.
Happy. Did you say you're still trying to decide the size of the collection, or did you already know that?
So we're not like set on a number, but what I can say is that it's not going to be, like a 10,000 pieces collection. It's going to be an exclusive collection. So probably, around 1,000 pieces. And we're keeping that like that for two reasons. Because the point is not just to sell a lot of NFTs, but to create a beautiful experience. And as we know, to create a thing like that, you really need to sort of test what you're doing. So having, for example, 1,000 people is testable. We can see how the website works, how the experience works. We can test different things. And then every single step expand a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. So that's more or less the goal of these.
Who's your dev or dev shop?
What do you mean? You're talking about the minting side or the dev side of like the website and everything else?
Both.
Okay, so
is that in-house? Is that contracted with someone? Stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a contract. We're using a couple of web developers, one being from Netherlands, the other from Germany, and we're working with both of them because, as you can imagine, there's a side that is tech and is a side that is just making a beautiful appearing website, and it's not always easy to find one person to do both. For the minting, we are going with a maker. That's basically it for now.
Sweet. Well, I think I'm questioned out. Thanks for coming. Thanks for answering.
No worries. Thanks a lot. It's my first Twitter space with Hokusai Universe, so I'm learning. So thank you guys for asking questions, and I hope I answered those questions in a good way.
Right. Is Epoch coming here to do something silly? Epoch, what's up?
I'm just back from dropping off the kids at school. I have no questions.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, when you're closer to the minting date and stuff, we hope you come back. And you have a website up and things like that. People always tend to have more questions when they're actually looking at the thing.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Thanks so much.
Thank you for coming by.
My pleasure. And then of course, once you do have a minting date and it's coming back, do come with an answer to your 50-year plan, so you can go be thinking about it.
One thing I don't know if you mentioned it, but it doesn't look like your DMs are open on the account.
Ooh.
So it's a little hard to message if there's interest. So you might want to open that up as you continue on.
Oh yeah, thanks so much for pointing that out. I'll write the social media manager immediately.
100. No pyro. The guest slot is over. You can come ask the random questions. What's up, Bakshan?
I just want to tell them thank you for coming in and actually creating within our space and contributing to the betterment of Cardano. It's definitely one of those things that I think for some never really hear that. We work hard. We do everything we can in order to, do something great for the blockchain. But it's always good to hear, say thank you. So I just want to be the first, if nobody said it first, to say thank you for coming over here and creating in our space.
Thanks so much, man. I appreciate that.
We have a high praise from AGC. The chief father himself is pinned to the top. So that's a good sign. Good to see authentic Japanese art instead of fake anime.
Nice. Coming from Argyros, you don't get too many compliments off the guy. So
Nope.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, that's like a 10.
Yeah, that's pretty much a 10 coming from that guy. Oh man.
Wow, thanks a lot, man.